Everybody, JC here with another T&I toy review. And today's review is in association with JediInsider.com, your #1 news source for everything Star Wars. And for today's review, I'm going to be taking a look at the brand new Star Wars The Last Jedi S.H. Figuarts, First Order Stormtrooper, and Captain Phasma figures, along with BB-9E from Tamashii Nations. Now, in order to get the BB-9E, you have to actually buy this set of the First Order Stormtrooper and the Captain Phasma. And then when you do that at certain e-tailers, they include the BB-9E, or you can go to the secondary market and try and get BB-9E separately, but it will cost a pretty penny if you try and do that. Now, these figures come packaged in the same style that we see with all the S.H. Figuarts. You've got the window boxes with the figures clearly displayed. You've got the Star Wars logos on the front with the names of the characters down below. On the sides, you just have images of the characters. On the other side, you've just got the border with the Star Wars logo. And then on the back, you have images of the figures showing off the various accessories and everything. And then the BB9E comes in a separate box, and it's just a little tiny box. It's got a picture of the toy on the front and the name and everything. So not a lot of detail in the packaging for BB9E, but it does come in its own box. All right, let's get these open and take a look at what's inside. Okay, so here's a look at the figures outside the packaging along with their other contents. So for Phasma, she comes with her rifle, and this is done with a metallic silver with the black like you see in the movie, and you've got the scope and the magazine on the side and everything, so nice detailing with that. And then she also comes with two versions of her pistol, so you get one for holding in her hand, and again this is done with the metallic silver and the black. And then she has one that's attached to the figure's leg, and this is pretty much the same thing, only it's got two little pegs on the underside of it so you can plug it into her leg. So you could use this as a normal pistol if you wanted to. It's again got the two pegs sticking out. And then she comes with that staff that you see her use in the movie. So you get three versions of this. You get one with the staff extended, and again this is done with a metallic silver with some black. You get a little bit of black here and here, and this is done with a pretty hard plastic. You don't want to bend it too much, but it's pretty hard and pretty sharp here, or pointy at the tips here. And then you get one where it's not extended, and basically you can have her hold this one. And then you get a third one that's not extended that you can put on the figure's belt. Again, like with the pistol, it's got a little peg, and you've got a hole here on her belt, and so you can plug it in there. So again, they've given you the two different versions so that you can either have it on her belt or basically in her hand. Phasma then comes with 4 different pairs of hands. So you get a pair of closed-fisted hands, then you get a pair of grip hands for holding the staff that she comes with, then you get a pair of open hands, and then you get a second pair of grip hands for holding her blaster or her rifle. The First Order Stormtrooper comes with a blaster rifle, and again this looks very similar to what we've seen with other First Order Stormtrooper figures. You've got the black and white, you've got the scope with some metallic silver on it, you've got the magazine that sticks out, and then you've got this this piece that comes out, you can pull out on the front here. So I guess like an extra handle or something, and then you've got the handle down here with the trigger guard and everything. So again, looks very movie accurate. And then you get a pistol. So like with Phasma, we get 2 different versions of the pistol, and again this is done with white and black. And you got a little bit different color white on the actual handle than the rest of the pistol. And then he comes with a second pistol that you can attach to the figure's leg. Again, it's got the little pegs that you can just plug into the holes on the side of his leg there. Phasma's rifle also has this thing that pulls down on the front like with the First Order Stormtrooper. And then the other thing I want to note with the First Order Stormtrooper is his scope apparently is removable. At least on mine it comes off. I don't know what the point of that is, and it's kind of annoying because it comes off really easy when you're trying to put the weapon in the figure's hands. So again, I don't really know if that's intentional. Maybe it's just with mine, maybe it's kind of broken. You know, you can pop it on there and it'll stay on, but again it comes off very easily. And since you don't see them take their scopes off their rifles in the movie or anything, I don't know what the point of that would be. The Stormtrooper comes with 3 different pairs of hands. So with this one, you get a pair of closed-fisted hands, then you get a pair of open hands, and then you get a pair of grip hands with the finger sticking out, so kind of as a trigger finger, or you can have them using as pointing hands, whichever you prefer. And then finally, he comes with 3 different versions of the shoulder pad. So you get a white one, a black one, or an orangey red one, and I believe these differentiate rank between these guys, but I don't remember what the actual rankings signify for each color. but you do get all three like you see in the movie. And then to put them on, it's easy. You just pop off the head and you just put on the whichever one you want to use, and it should go over the right shoulder. And you got the little black padding here on the front here, so you want that facing forward, and then you just pop the head back on and it fits nice and tight. Of course, I should note that you can also have the Stormtrooper without any of the shoulder pads like a normal Stormtrooper, so you can just remove it all together if you don't want the padding. Okay, so for the figures themselves, starting with Phasma, so first of all, I'll say it would have been nice if they'd given us more of a chrome armor than this metallic silver. This is very similar to like what we saw with the Black series from Hasbro, but I would have preferred the more chrome look like we saw with the Mafex version. But other than that, I think it's a nice looking figure. I like the detailing. I think they've captured the helmet, the sculpting with the helmet, and the line work and everything pretty nicely. And then she's got this cape that's done with rubber type material, and it's black, and you've got the red border on the cape, and you've got the little pockets and everything. And it fits over her shoulder nicely, and you can remove the cape if you want to. You can just pop the head off and take it off if you want to. And then she's got this belt with these little pouches that are actually separate pieces that are articulated, which is nice. And she's got the thing that sticks on her back like you see with all the Stormtroopers. And again, just overall nice detailing. It's just like I said, it would have been nice if they'd given us more of a chrome armor as opposed to this metallic silver. And then with the Stormtrooper, I think they've done a pretty good job here. I mean, we've seen a lot of First Order Stormtroopers, and so this looks pretty similar to what we've seen previously, but you know, you've got the white with the black, pretty solid paint applications. The armor, the white plastic looks pretty shiny in the light, so that's nice. You got the little dots here on his chest and here on the side, and he's got the thing that's this little tube that sticks out like we see with all the Stormtroopers, and then he's got the circle that's blacked with the two lines, again like we always see with Stormtroopers. And like with Phasma, he's got the pouches on his belt which are actually articulated, so they're separate pieces, and you know, you can do them up and down, and you can actually pop them off if you really wanted to. And then he's got the pistol that attaches to his leg and everything. So, you know, overall, you know, if you're a fan of this First Order Stormtrooper armor design, then, you know, this figure does capture that nicely. To note, Phasma also has the little circle with the two lines on her back like we see with all the Stormtroopers. And then finally with BB-9E, I think they've done a nice job here. I mean, obviously it's just a big ball with kind of a flat top head, but you've got the little antennas that stick up, which are done with plastic, and I don't even know how well they show up on camera, but he does have three little antennas on the top of his head. He's got some metallic silver with the black there on the top, and then he's got some metallic silver here on the back. And I like the sculpting on the head, and he's got the little red eye there in the middle, the evil red eye. And then he's got like the vents here on his body, and he's got some nice sculpting detail. So overall, I think they've done a nice job with capturing the likeness of this droid. And again, this character does play a pretty significant role in the movie, which is definitely why I wanted to pick this figure up. And then one other thing I wanted to point out, here on the body of BB-9E and the vents, you'll notice, and I don't know how well it'll show up on camera, but there are these little red and blue markings throughout. It's in all the different vents, and I believe this is supposed to be like lighting for him, like little lights on the droid. So just an added little extra detail that they've given him, which is nice. Okay, so Phasma stands at about 6 1/4 inches tall. The First Order Stormtrooper is a little bit shorter, standing just over 6 inches tall, and then BB-9E stands at about 2 1/4 inches tall. Here's a comparison of the Hasbro Black Series Phasma figure and First Order Stormtroopers with the S.H. Figuarts counterparts, and you can see the Hasbro figures are taller, as they always are. And then here's a comparison with the Hasbro Black Series BB-8 figure with the S.H. Figuarts BB-9E, and these two are pretty close to the same height, so definitely if you wanted to use this BB-9E with your Black Series figures, it should fit in nicely. Okay, so articulation with the Phasma figure and the First Order Stormtrooper are pretty much the same. You can turn the head to the left and to the right, and the figures can look down pretty good and can look up pretty good as well. You can also pivot the necks to the left and to the right. So overall, good head movement. Now, when you have the cape on Phasma, that does limit some of the head movement a little bit, but still overall pretty good head movement. And then with the arms, you can get the arm out good, and you've got good rotation there. These shoulder pads are articulated on both the First Order Stormtrooper and Phasma, so it doesn't limit really any of the arm movement. Now you get some inner shoulder movement there with these figures, but not a whole lot. I wouldn't call this a true butterfly joint, but you do get a little bit of back and forth movement there with the arms with these. And then you get a bicep swivel, you get a double hinge type elbow, so you get basically you can bend the elbow pretty good like that. And then you also get rotation there at the elbow, and then you get rotation at the hands and some up and down movement with the hands. And then you've got the midsection joint, so you get rotation there at the midsection. You can pivot to the left and to the right, and then you can actually crunch down pretty good there at the midsection, and you can look back pretty decently. And you do get some gappage there between the upper body and the midsection when you have them look back. And then you also get some back and forth movement there at the waist, so you get additional crunching movement there at the waist, and also a little bit of pivot there, and you also get a waist swivel. And then with the legs, you can do the splits pretty good. These pouches, again, are articulated, so they don't really limit the leg movement, which is nice. And then you can get the leg forward decently, and you can do the leg back about that much. You get a thigh swivel. You get a double hinge knee, so good bending at the knee. And these knee pads you can pop off if you want to. They just plug on with little pegs. Not that you really need to, but you can pop them off. And then with the feet, you get a little bit of up and down movement, but not a whole lot. The armor comes down over the feet, so that limits the movement. Same with the rotation. You get a little bit of rotation, but not a whole lot. And then you do get some pivot with these back and forth movement. And then both the Stormtrooper and Phasma have toe articulation, so you can do the toes up, but you can't do them down. And then neither one have peg holes on the bottom of their feet. And then with BB9E, you get some articulation with the head, so you can of course rotate the head left or right. And then you've got that pivoting movement, so you can do it back and forth or left or right or in kind of a circular motion. So again, you get pretty good head articulation with this one. Okay, so that's my review. So overall, I would say these are pretty solid figures overall. I like the look of them. They have good accessories, and the articulation is actually a little bit better on these than I would say the Black Series versions. Now with Phasma, it would have been nice if they'd given us more of a chrome armor look for her. Also, I think it would have been cool if they'd given us an alternate head with the crack in the helmet like we see in the movie. With the BB9E, I really like the fact that it's the same size as like the BB-8 Black Series figure from Hasbro, so I can use that with both my Black Series figures and my S.H. Figuarts one, which is really nice. Now these figures are available now. You can get them at places like Big Bad Toy Store. We'll have a full image gallery up at JediInsider.com. There'll be a link in the video description below. Also, if you like the space walls that are featured in this video, be sure to check out gtptoys.com. They're the ones that make those. If you're into toy photography and such, they definitely have a nice selection that you can choose from. And again, they're at gtptoys.com, and I'll have their link in the video description as well. As always, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. If you're so inclined, please like the video. Also, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button down below. I'd really appreciate it. You can follow me on my Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram accounts as well. I have links to those in the video description. And until next time, guys, I will catch you later.